Alright, what's up, guys? This is zippTHEzerker coming to you with a second ever Gears of War 3 video commentary. This one is actually part 2 of the series, I would call it. I'm still kind of thinking of a name for it. Part 1 was kind of a little intro to myself, and then some brief thoughts on Gears of War 3. So if you guys haven't seen that, I suggest you go check that out. If not, you just want to stay here. I'm just going to talk a little more about Gears of War 3, a little more about the series, and kind of some competitive aspects or things about the game that I kind of want to mention. Alright, well, I guess I'll say first things first is what I was covering in my last video was how I felt Gears of War was unique, but it also brought a intensity to the game, and that is very competitive, but that it's also never made it to a professional status, like games like Halo or Call of Duty, Counter-Strike, games like that, other shooter games that have made it to professional status. Why isn't Gears there? It's tailored for it, but it's never made it. Like, why? Why is that? And kind of what I mentioned in the previous video was I believe, kind of at its heart, Gears of War is kind of a broken game. I don't know too much about creating video games or whatnot, and I think Gears of War 3 was actually pretty well done, but it's just not. I want to say it just wasn't enough to make the game good enough, or put it where it should be, because the game was tailored for professional play. I feel like, games like Halo or Call of Duty or Counter-Strike, but it never made it there. And problems with Gears of War, like the mano kick to taking cover sometimes, from wall, and wall mounting. Sometimes it's really glitchy. Half the time you can't mano kick or jump over, or you just do a little whack-a-mole dance. Like, it's just kind of like, what is this stuff? Not to mention, as Gears of War players, we've always had to deal with a lot of lag. I feel like a lot more lag than other games, and and I'm not talking about the population as of late. I'm talking about as release dates. The first couple months, it's still a lot laggier than I feel like other big titles. So I feel like in a lot of ways Gears of War players kind of they I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. I feel like we get kind of ripped off, but at the same time we're playing a really good game. I love Gears of War. I like the story. I like where it's kind of going, at least the first one. I wish the second and third one, the stories were a little better. The first one, the story was just so awesome. I loved it, but other than that, the multiplayer has really been consistent. It's just, I don't know, it's just unique. It just grasps me in a way that not many other games have, and even till this day, I'll still come back and play this game and just feel that energy. I'll get amped. I want to play. I want to win. It's a fun game, and it's sad that it's never made it to a professional status, and it's just these problems with the games. Gears of War 1 had plenty of problems. I'm sure any of you who played enough of the online in 1 could attest to how laggy it was, or host issues. I know host was big in Gears of War 2 as well, and it still kind of is in 3. But these are things that just they really need to be fixed. And it kind of sucks being a Gears of War player, in a way. It's kind of like a sad but beautiful thing, honestly, because Gears of War is an awesome game, as I previously said. But since it's broken, it's never gonna go anywhere. So there's no point in, since it's never gonna achieve a professional status, there's no point in being you know, a hardcore Gears of War player unless you really like the game. You know, and that's kind of what has driven pretty much all of us, I feel, to this point. If you're still playing, you know, that's why you're playing, is because you like the game, you know. And I feel Gears of War players get ripped off because those of us who have wanted to go all the way, you know, professionally, or just try to get as good as you can to beat as many people as you can online, either way, you know, you get ripped off, I feel like, versus other top tier games that come out. And it kind of sucks, you know, because I feel like Gears of War can be one of those games where it could be fun to watch, you know. I mean, it really can be, you know, and it's fun to play, and you know, it's kind of one of those good. It's like Counter-Strike, you know. I enjoy playing I enjoy watching Counter-Strike, and I'm probably sure if I had a good enough computer, I'd enjoy playing Counter-Strike. You know, I enjoy playing Halo, and I enjoy watching people play Halo. You know, I enjoy playing COD, and I enjoy watching better people than myself, obviously, play COD. You know, same with all the others. And you know, part of it's to try to get better at the game, you know, and part of it's just because I find it entertaining. But that's on a whole different rant, and I don't really know where I'm going off with that. I kind of got sidetracked watching the video, but you know, my point with all this is I really, you know, the game's been broken. It hasn't made it to professional status. We as players have got kind of ripped off, and so I hope that Black Tusk Studios does a good job with making this next gen Gears, and I hope they treat the game with care, because the way Judgment was handled was terrible. You know, and I guess I shouldn't really say terrible, because there were good things about the game. There were some pretty solidly good things about that game, but they changed too much of they took too much out of Gears of War. They took too much Gears out and put too much something else in there, and it changed it up too much. And I only got about a minute left, so I'm gonna go to video 3 with that, and that's probably where I'll discuss, you know, weapon balances, and you know, probably talk about mods and stuff like that, and server issues and other stuff like that with the game, which is why the community's never been able to grow. You know, that's probably what I'll be doing in video 3 most likely, and then probably bringing it to probably add a little bit of Judgment, and then gonna make a Judgment video after that. So you know, thanks again for stopping by, you guys. You know, if you guys like the video, hey, give me a like, a thumbs up, or whatever. You know, subscribe, follow the channel. I'm gonna try to do more of these videos, so I hope to catch you guys around for part 3. Alright, well, this has been zippTHEzerker, guys. Thanks for watching.
That was in the finest traditions of the car.
You're a fucking noob. You're on a fucking team. You fucking suck. Okay? You're a shit. You're a fucking. Dancing? Huh. You're a fucking noob. You're on your fucking team. So fucking suck. Okay? You're a shit. You're a fucking piece of shit. Okay?
Fucking 8 and 2 and it looks like shit. There's the fucking punk ass zip.
What do you say?